Terem. Terem.
Hi folks, Scott from Terem here. A few times a week I need to understand a whole new product, a new feature, and sometimes an entire new venture. I want to get to the heart of the matter quickly. I want to understand where are the opportunities, where are the problems, where are the risks. And the way that I've come about doing that is a playbook. And the playbook that I use can help me in a workshop or over a more extended period to really get where we need to be and understand the issues. So what I'm going to do today is talk you through that playbook. The playbook has 5 steps. Number 1 is to listen and ask lots of questions, uncover the context. Number 2 is to focus on the customer. Who's the customer and what's the customer value proposition? Number 3 is the lean canvas or a business model canvas to understand the whole picture. Number 4 is to sketch out a bit of a high-level roadmap. Number 5, a bit of an optional step, is maybe to get more detailed on solutions, wireframes, user interface. Now, let's have a look at step 1, which is to listen and ask questions. At the end of the day, we've got 2 ears, 1 mouth. So let's use the 2 ears to listen. There's usually other people that have got a lot of context, might be stakeholders, might be the founder of a business, might be your customers with ideas. Let's listen, understand what they've got to say, ask loads of questions. Toyota's kind of 5 whys here. You know, why is that interesting to you? Why is this a problem? Why do you see it's an opportunity? Because revenue, why is that revenue interesting? Why is that good revenue? You know, ask lots of questions, keep digging until you've got enough context. Then we get on to step number 2. Step number 2 is to look at the customer. Who's the customer? What's the value proposition? And kind of my favorite bit here as well is what's the job to be done? So there's a tool for this, customer value proposition canvas. Use that to map out pains, gains, you know, understand what it is you're planning to offer the customer. And my favorite bit is the jobs to be done. So how are you going to make that customer's life kind of better? How are you helping them make progress? Understand that, and usually what will happen is there'll be a bunch of ideas here. Oh, it could be this customer, could be that one, could be this segment. And what's really useful is to also apply the technology adoption lifecycle here, and to look at where on the curve do these customers fall, especially with a new product. You know, are they going to be early adopters? Are they going to accept some issues? Or are the customers that we're talking about, do they fall further along the curve? Are they kind of late adopters? You know, do they need to see a lot of proof? Going to be hard to move, to take risks? And then let's think about which customers are going to fit and where. So along that cycle, and really if it's new, we're going to have to start with the early adopters and focus on that kind of customer segment and gear our product towards them. So that gives us a bit of a understanding of the customer and the value prop. Then step number 3 is to sketch out like a business model canvas or a lean canvas. And this is a tool again, great canvas, super quick. You can do it on a whiteboard, piece of paper. This is really going to understand, you know, what are the drivers, like where's the revenue, where's profit come from, what's the go-to-market going to look like? Because a product doesn't happen in isolation, and often a product when paired with good go-to-market is great. You really want to understand what's going on. Especially new business or existing business, you're going to have some constraints as well that you need to embrace, you need to deal with. So this gives that whole picture. Business model canvas or the lean canvas is a great tool here. Once you've got that in place, you can then say, hey, all right, what is the solution, or what's our product going to be? What's the roadmap look like? You know, what's a version 1? What's a prototype even? How are we going to evolve that product? Where's things fall? And again, usually there's ideas around this, even from a customer, from stakeholders, from managers, whoever it might be. There's going to be ideas around, oh, I think it should do this, I think it should do that, I think we could offer X, Y, Z. This gives a great kind of starting point. Get it down, map it out. Ideally, you can kind of sequence it a bit, even at this point in time. Sequencing is kind of great and key for a roadmap. What comes after what? Again, it's all hypothesis here. You don't have to be right. You just want to go with ideas. Once you've got that roadmap mapped out, the next step is really, if you want to, a bit optional. Well, you might go back to the beginning, throw out what you had, start again, or you might want to spend some time if there's technical challenges involved or user experience things to kind of hammer the point home or to ensure everyone understands it, is you might want to draw out some screens, you might want to draw out a bit of a customer journey, you might want to look at some of the hard technical issues if you're in a technical environment, whether that's, you're kind of dealing with something in robotics, whether you're dealing with something complex integrations, complex regulation, data storage requirements, whatever it might be, figure that kind of thing out, or existing systems that you got to connect to. You might want to deal with some of the technical issues if they're super relevant. Again, optional step though. This will give you really the kind of understanding that you need to build on in order for any kind of next steps. So look, that's my playbook for understanding any product in under 2 hours. Often you'll want to take it and do some follow-up. So 2 hours might turn into a week. You want to dig into a few things, but at least gives you a starting point. Then, if you like this video, if you like the playbook, subscribe below, check out our other videos. If you've got questions, leave a comment. Really looking forward to connecting with you. Again, thank you for having me.